It's your boy, Jeff Jones,
You know who it is. The upset specialist, the one and only Thomas Boykin.
and this is 234 Sports Talk.
Let's get at it.
Let's
Shout out to
go,
our boy
Mike
Mike
Jones. Peace,
Jones.
bro.
Shout out to our
Man,
boy
Mr.
Mike
Boykin.
Jones. What's going on?
Mr. Boykin. The Super Bowl has passed, and man, it was one for the ages.
Epic.
One for the ages. Philadelphia Eagles are now the reigning Super Bowl champions, beating the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in an epic beatdown.
Yeah.
Mr. Boykin, as you watch this Super Bowl this past Sunday, what was your thoughts on this game as you watched it?
I'm gonna agree with for once in my life, I'm gonna agree with Stephen A. This game was over the first 5 minutes of this game. It was over. The intensity was completely different from Philly to Kansas City. You could see the way Philadelphia was playing that they wanted it more. And their defense said, hey, we're going to shut you down at all costs. We're not letting you run. We're not letting you scramble. We're not going to let you do anything. And you're going to have to figure it out. And they couldn't figure it out. So kudos to the Eagles. They played a whale of a game. I've never seen Kansas City get shut down to that extent, ever. And they got shut down. They got cell block 5 locked down.
You right about that.
So, yeah, kudos to them. They did their thing. Shout out to the Eagles, Super Bowl champs. But that's okay. They'll I know a lot of people is predicting them to go, dynasty mode. I don't quite see that happening, but good year. Good year.
Definitely a good year. Mr. Boykin, I was just looking at some of these stats here. Uh, 345 yards total offense for the Eagles, the 275 for the Chiefs. And the passing yards, it was 210 for the Eagles, 226 for the Chiefs. Rushing yards, this is a stunner right here. I mean, which I'm not really surprised that the Eagles were on top, but how they were on top as far as the rushing yards was 135 to 49. 135 for the Eagles and 49 for the Chiefs. And then when we look at the first downs, 21 first downs for the Eagles and 12 for the Chiefs. And this is another one right here we want to look at because this is what we talked about earlier, that time of possession, 36.58 to 23:02.
Yeah, most of their possession was second half. That's when they made their run the fourth quarter. Other than that, the stats wasn't as close as what they indicate. Nowhere close.
Now, when we look at Mr. Mahomes, and we talked about this, no doubt, we mentioned that Mahomes was the better of the two quarterbacks, but on Super Bowl Sunday, he didn't look like it. And what
No,
do you credit that to?
credit that to Philly's defense for making great adjustments. What they did was said, okay, you know what? We're going to limit you scrambling. We're going to limit you making plays outside the pocket. We're going to put a whole lot of pressure on you. And they did just that. And other things that you look at to that game that could have changed the course of the game, Kansas City, the first half had a whole lot of drop balls. They had a whole lot of drop balls. Even Kelsey was dropping balls. So it's
Yeah,
like,
which was a shocker.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's not looking real sharp off the top. Juju caught the first ball and then they stopped catching the ball. I'm like, wow, wow.
I think a lot of people were stunned. In the beginning, of course, it's just like a heavyweight fight. Everybody's kind of feeling each other out.
Oh yeah, without question.
And the Eagles got that big penalty, and they were moving the ball real good. got that pass interference, which a lot of people didn't like. But you know, and then I thought, once the Chiefs got the ball back, I expected the Chiefs to do something with it. It didn't happen. And then once the Eagles got that ball back, they started putting in work. I was really shocked. I mean, you could see it on the faces of the Kansas City Chiefs when the Eagles started to really take charge and dominate and control the game. Man, they looked like they were scared.
It looked more like once you started seeing, guys drop wide open passes, you could tell it was going to be that kind of day. I mean, who was it? I think Worthy dropped one that was wide open.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I had the first down. They had him in the third and long. If he catches the ball, they convert. The ball just fell out his hands. I'm like, I ain't never seen their receivers drop wide open passes like this. This gonna be one of them days, or as my brother would say, point shaving. But yeah, they just did not look the part Sunday. The Chiefs didn't look the part, and but will it tarnish Mahomes' legacy? No, no. To take what he did with what he had and still only lose one game all year is, come on, man. Even when everybody said, "Oh, they look vulnerable," they still go 15-1, 16-1. Come on.
Yeah, they always found a way to win. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Early in that game, I was really looking for the Eagles to bounce back. After they fell behind, I was really looking for them to bounce back. And it was
Mm-hmm.
almost like it kind of reminded me of back in the day, bro. When I was a
Mm-hmm.
teenager, I got in a few fights and I had won all the fights. And this particular day, I was fighting this guy, and this guy, his right hand, I couldn't stop that right hand. And I'm looking at this while, I'm fighting this guy, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this ain't supposed to be happening. It's almost like that with the Chiefs. They was looking like this ain't supposed to be happening. Like we supposed to be the ones dominating the game. But man, credit to the Eagles how they showed up, man. And they only rushed four guys, man, and no blitz, not one blitz in the entire game.
And they
What do you
sacked
think
him
about
what?
that?
And they sacked him what? 7 times, 8 times?
It was 6 times.
That's still a lot for Mahomes standard. That's a lot. But then again, too, like I said too earlier, I don't think they did a good job with establishing the run game either. Like they said that I think they only ran the ball 7 times the whole game. So how are you establishing anything if all you're gonna do is pass the ball every down?
Yeah, they focused in. I think the one bright thing that the Chiefs could take away, if anything, from this game is the fact that they stopped Mr. Saquon Barkley. They slowed him down. And you mentioned that the last time we talked that you figured that the Chiefs would take the run game away from the Eagles and they would force Mr. Hurts to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm. And to to everyone's surprise, he threw the ball very well on time and on target. And when he had to scramble, he scrambled when he needed to. So hey, but like I said earlier, as far as a dynasty goes, we'll see. What I need to see is if how Detroit recovers from losing all their coaching staffs and see how they rebuild coming back. If they come back anywhere close to where they were before the injuries, I don't think Philly will repeat.
Well, it's definitely going to be tough for them, but Philly definitely is looking really good. From what I'm understanding, everybody is looking good as far as contract wise.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they
So,
got
so,
everybody coming back.
so that's the bright side that they have to look forward to. Mr. Hurts, continue to talk about him He was 17 of 22 for 221 yards, two TDs, only had one interception. Um, he played a really good game, a smart game.
Yep, he did. He played not to lose. He played to keep them in the game and keep them locked in. When I need to score points, we can score points. When we need to lock down on defense, we lock it down on defense, and they did a phenomenal job. Um, I don't know what the fourth quarter was about, but
Mhm.
okay.
He got at it. He got at it with his legs too.
Oh
He
yeah,
got out there and rushed.
oh yeah. He heard him. He heard him scrambling in the pocket. He definitely heard him scrambling. So yeah, he definitely showed he's multifaceted.
And I was telling somebody before the game that if Philly, I picked the Chiefs. Just be honest.
Oh, I picked the Chiefs too. Until you show me you can beat Patrick Mahomes, I'm gonna ride Mahomes. They just showed
I,
me they could beat Patrick Mahomes. So hey, kudos to them.
I thought they would win in a close one, but it wasn't even close.
Nah.
But he got at it, man. And they I was telling this individual that if Philly can control the clock, the time of possession, and
Hmm.
put points on the board and keep Mr. Mahomes and that offense off the field, they got a really good shot to win.
And that's exactly what they did. They kept the
Excuse me.
Eagles off the field. Oh, they kept the Chiefs off the field. A lot of Kansas City's possessions were three and outs, three and out, three and out, three and out. Couple plays where they had five and out. You, dude, you can't win games that way. You can't build a rhythm with if you all you're gonna do is just throw, 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 throw. It don't bowl well.
Yeah.
You got to
Well,
balance. You got to balance your offense and run the football and make sure your ground game is established, or at least try to establish it anyway.
I gotta ask a question because I heard people talk about this. As far as the greatest of all time. Some people think that if Mr. Mahomes could have pulled off the three-peat, that he would be considered the greatest of all time. And now they still saying that Mr. Brady is still the greatest of all time.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm gonna go to Jordan route with this. There's two quarterbacks in NFL history that won four Super Bowls and never lost. Their record in Super Bowls is 4-0. Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana.
Man, Joe was one of my favorites.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes reminds me a lot of Joe Montana when it comes to crunch time passes. When it's that gotta have it pass, that gotta have it down, he just finds a way. That was one quarterback with Montana. That's one quarterback you didn't give him twice to look at it.
Definitely. But he had a lot of pieces, man. Rice, Craig, he had a lot of pieces on that team.
Rice, Craig, Taylor, Rathman, uh,
You name it, man. I'm telling you,
Francis
boy,
on the
that
tight
team,
end. Come on, man.
yeah,
That dude,
defense, everything. That 49er team was built, man, to win Super Bowls.
yeah, they were built like that, man.
Well, Mr. Boykin, we talked about it. Until the next time, we want to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles
Kudos
for
to them.
doing what they did and putting a whooping on them Chiefs, man. I'm telling you.
I know our boy is happy because Mike Jones supports them Eagles, you know.
Oh yeah, I know Mike Jones is smiling, grinning ear to ear.
Yeah, he's happy. He's a happy camper right now.
But congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the championship, holding up that Vince Lombardi trophy. Until the next time, it's your boy Jeff Jones,
It's the upset specialist. You know how we get down.
Mr. Thomas Boykin. We'll see you the next time. Peace.
Absolutely. Shout out to our boy Mike Jones. Hopefully he'll
Mike
be with us the next
Jones.
one. Always and forever who? Mike
Mike
Jones.
Jones.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.